Bobby the Bagman. Uh, Holding the bag is what happens when basically all the bad people put everything all on one person and then they run out the door. That is what happens when you get caught holding the bag. Holding the bag is one of the most unfortunate things that could ever happen to any human being. But it is a normal thing that happens in court, and it's what happened to me. You see, when you look back at my entire YouTube page, you watch a person who never actually ever wanted to hurt anybody turn into somebody who definitely wants to hurt people, but none of those things are my fault. And you might go, yes, they are. No, they're not. You see, I'm not a chelation doctor. And the whole reason Danielle McGinnis and the entire church poisoned me with heavy metals, to begin with, is to alter your psychology to make it agreeable with the members of the church. They believe they have the superior psychology, and they believe that they can force anybody to have the superior psychology, which is being a complete piece of shit. Lying, manipulating, controlling, the facade being fake and everything, fucking poisoning people with heavy metals, raping women, killing, destroying, and psychopathy. Psychopathy more than those. Black and white thinking and rigidity. One of my favorite things is, all through these people, all through my newsfeed, you gotta let go, gotta let go. You poisoned me with heavy metals. That makes it almost impossible for me to let go because that's a part of heavy metal poisoning. You did that. And if you were standing in a hallway with me and I was walking towards you, I would just keep telling you, you poisoned me with heavy metals and it makes it impossible for me to let go. You did that. You did that. You did that. And this is the thing with them. They have no agency. They just do things and go, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Almost as if they have no recognition of the hell or destruction they caused. And they just keep causing it because they have no agency in anything they do. They have no accountability. They're the victims in everything. And even Aileen Mummy God was like, just play everything from the victim. Just be the victim in everything. You rape some lady, tell them you're the victim in it. Tell them you had no self-control. Okay. I get tired of this. Think about it. Cadmium, aluminum, tetralead, fucking, and mercury. Mercury being the last thing they poisoned me with, so that when I'd use EDTA, I would develop psychopathy, and have that shit relocated into my brain because the only access I had to chelation was through EDTA. Okay, that was a setup. The entire thing was a setup. Every move these people made, they knew how I was going to react. They knew everything because when they interviewed the shit out of me at work, they had all these members at my job, and they completely controlled the environment in every fucking situation. And then they altered my psychology to be one they could predict. They knew everything I was going to do because they altered my psychology with heavy metals and changed it to the psychology they needed it to be or wanted it to be. The Bagman. They knew I would never be able to move through it. They knew the seizures would happen once they caused the neurotoxicity and it altered my brain. And I just sat there having seizures again and again every time I tried to be brave. They were fully aware of what they did to me. The entire fucking thing, even losing Mary Bowberry, there was no reality where I was going to just move through this and become something great because of what they did. They just kept poisoning me with heavy metals, and that was the plan to begin with. There was this goes beyond. This goes beyond keep them fighting one hand behind their back. This goes beyond anything else you could ever fucking imagine, because it involves an innocent person getting their brain completely fucking destroyed, and then these people go, let's see if you hold to your values, let's see if you hold to your morals, as you go insane, as your brain degrades and falls apart. Even a person with Alzheimer's starts doing things they would never normally do because their brain is destroyed. Destroying somebody's brain, like I told Anal Eaton Mummy God, is one of the most fucked up ways you could ever use to win anything. It is one of the most fucked up ways you could ever use to win anything. Okay. This shit should have never been done to me. Okay. Yeah. Bob the Bagman. I'm Bob the Bagman. Nothing more. And it was set up to begin with. These people took the woman I liked. They took all the money from me. They took my brain. They took my psychology. They took my sanity. They took everything from me. And then the entire time as they were taking it, they kept screaming, "Do something else. Do something else," as they were destroying my brain. Imagine the logic of being ripped apart by people who just keep screaming, "Do the other thing. Do the other thing. Change. Do something. Do it. Do it. Do it." This shit, it wouldn't surprise me if the real truth behind all this bullshit is Anal Eating Mummy God knew I knew too much, and he didn't want any of this shit ever getting out. And that was the entire plan, was to make sure that I never got better, I never got the help I needed, and fucking everything these people do would never be fucking brought to the forefront of the news or anything else. It was all a ruse to watch a good person descend into madness. And then as that person descended into madness, everybody just kept fucking ignoring them and then doing the wrong thing in the entire fucking time. And I do mean everybody. And I struggled to understand why the fuck anybody in this world would be as cruel as these people, but it just makes perfect sense. It's control. Blondie isn't going to be held to account. Okay, nobody in this church is ever going to be held to account. They're just going to kill people and scream they're the victims in it forever. They're going to kill people and scream they're the victims in it forever. And that is the fucking plan. That is the fucking plan to begin with. Yeah. I didn't deserve any of this. All I wanted to do was fucking help people. And everybody just wanted to hurt me. And that is how it feels. Maybe that's not the truth, but that is how it fucking feels. Okay. And I'm not saying the way I feel is truth, alright? Maybe I am, because guess what? They altered my psychology with heavy metals. Okay? You alter somebody's psychology with heavy metals, and then you're like, oh, why does he have these traits? You did that. Okay? You don't get to cry uncle and go, I didn't do that. You did that. You did that. Okay? This shit is fucking stupid. It is. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. Bob the Bagman.